Alright, a video just showing this. I worked on the newest feature, which is turning LODGroups. So by default, Unity doesn't update the level of the geometry for GPU instancing, and if you delete, it does update. But if you turn off the GPU instancing, you make it more use more GPU, more batches. I can even see the difference here. What was the difference? Oh, fuck. I'm too tired, but yeah, if you don't enable GPU instancing, this will be not properly optimized for the GPU, but by having it, you don't have the automatic meshes by Unity. This thing over here, it says meshes, but it doesn't update. And maybe you want to update it because you want less vertices to be drawn, but you want to keep the GPU instancing so they all batch together and it's optimized. So now you have this option over here. I can start a new one. So if you start a brand new one, you can enable this LODGroup, and you have these options, and you can preview how they look. So this is the starting one. Let me pause. Let me select a different one. Okay. There we go. Maybe I should add an option to this, remove the light. But you can preview, and you can see them differencing. You can see this one is all deformed, but this one will be used when it's very far away. So it doesn't matter. And the 9K, it's basically the same. So this is the one I'm using, 2692. Then I'm using 0.3, 0.08, 0.01. And then let's create a new, let's create maybe test 10. And you can still do the sections, by the way. Like, you can still do this, and you can do, it works perfectly with everything fine. And yeah, his little face, poor guy. Okay, alright, it did. So as you can see with this one, I was testing with this one, and this one, yeah. Alright, so LODs, then LOD 10, this is the new one. I've done a lot of tests. There we go. So 0 is when you look close, then it starts losing, and then the 2, and then it gets cooled when it's over here, so it disappears right here. You can add more, so usually LODGroups come in groups of 3, but you can actually create more, so you don't need to just use 3. For example, we can add another one. Yeah, can be for 1000, which goes to 0, so forever. So now let's bake on top. Now this one will have the third option, right? Which perhaps I can click on it to check, and it would look something like this. This all uses one single, in this case we use 2 materials for the body. So if you select, wait, alright, I selected them. So if you select it and you click on it, you see the full render, how they look. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So if you're very far away, you won't notice. If you want a game with a lot of entities, and this way you have little vertices on the screen. Perhaps I'll set up the test and I'll be right back. Alright, I set up the test. So now what we can do is select all of these. We can turn them off. And now here on the manager, we spawn. We go back to this window. And we instantiate them all after 3 seconds or so. I thought so. Oh. Where is my factory? Oh, I turned it off. My bad. My bad. Okay. And now, there we go. It spawns them all. So, what we can do is before this, I think vertices were around 50,000, 50 million. Now it's 1 million because each one is around 1,000. So there's 1,000 enemies on screen. So around 1,000. Cannot display. So around 200 FPS or 180, 200, which is a lot, by the way, because you're never gonna have this many enemies. With the default Unity, I would recommend maybe max 100 or 200. Alright, and then also this is editor, so it uses a lot more. So, and then each one of them still is actually being animated. You can see by the tail. So everything is working. And when we get far away, they lose their quality. Like, I can select this one maybe. Will they tell me? Oh yeah. Lot 3. Lot 2, lot 1, lot 0. Can we actually force a lot on one? I think we can. Yeah, we cannot on play. Alright. Everyone wants the cube. So look at what they are doing. I actually can lower the camera perhaps. You can see the trees increasing. Actually, what I could do is just look at you and then align with you. There we go. So here, 1000 enemies on screen with 150 enemies, and they're all colliding and breaking the game and teleporting. Yeah, CPU around 7. Yeah, I think that's my final thing. I still need to commit this to GitHub, but if you want, I have placed this on GitHub as a public repo. You can check this out, you can use it as you want. If you want to make contributions, you can, feel free. But I think everything for now is done. Unless there is some optimization to do on the editor. But you have here explained everything with screenshots. It's quite simple actually. Seems a lot in the beginning, but just play around and you'll find it. So yeah, thank you.